What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another vlog. This is the, I guess technically part 3 since I activated the kit. So this is part 3. I got my results. The sun is sunning right now. So, I got my results. I wasn't expecting to get them like early, like 2-3 weeks early. I was expecting to get them around like 2 weeks from now because I said I was gonna get them around September 16th. So one day, just minding my business, living my normal life the way that I do, and I get this message that I got my results in. So I'm like, okay, boom, click the link, and the first thing I go ahead and look at is my ethnic background, because, you know, I was always curious about where I came from, my origin, my ancestors, where they come from. I'm a 25% Nigerian. Go figure. There's Congo, Bantu peoples, whatever else. It was a big shock. I was shook. So the part that I've been waiting for, I was looking for my biological father. So I'm under the impression that my biological father is deceased, that, you know, Butch took his life, or my grandma's brother isn't alive anymore. And, you know, this other guy, Tootie, is definitely not a factor, because that's what I was told. When I first got my results, they show you, like on a mobile view, we show you second cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin, fifth cousin, sixth cousin, and so on. I had to Google what is even a second cousin, like what is a third cousin, and I guess that means like you share great grandmas, you share great 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 grandmas. So I'm like, okay. So these are like my cousins. So I remember looking at different YouTube videos, them saying that, you know, when you go through the names, you pretty much want to find a name that you don't, recognize. And since I don't really know my family like that, I didn't recognize any name. So I texted my mom for help. I asked her for help. I shared my screen with her. She said she didn't notice any of the names either. But before I asked her for help, I started with my second cousins, and there was 2 names that I didn't notice under my second cousin. So I clicked one, and I noticed the name of the guy that she said most definitely could not be him. It wasn't his last name, but it was associated with him from his mom's side. So I was just like, what? Just like my first initial thought was, what? It didn't click to me. Because of course I need, you know, you got to do some more digging, you got to do some more research, but that there was enough alone, seeing that last name under my cousin's surnames. So then also on Ancestry DNA, they give you the option to see family trees, and that's really how you make your discoveries. If that person has a full family tree of everybody in their family, it may be possible that you find what you're looking for. And her family tree wasn't as full as, you know, hoping it would be, but it gave me enough information to go off of as far as finding out who my grandmother was. The only thing that I could see in her family tree was my great grandparents. And I remember the post a long time ago that she had made a tribute to her father. And just at that very moment, my mom sent me a text and she said, if you see this name on the family tree, let me know. And I was looking directly at my great grandfather's name when I seen it. So I was just like, yeah, that's the name that I'm looking at. So she calls me and she's just like, don't hate me, you know, I didn't know. It's fine, you know, because I don't know too much about, I didn't know anything about the situation. All I know is what my mom tells me, and that is when I was born, she told me nobody wanted to claim me. She said that the guy that I found out to be my biological father, he ran out on a DNA test. That then she changed her story and said that nobody came to her and asked to pay for the DNA test. It was just everywhere, but that is gonna be in a separate story time, because I got my results almost 2 weeks ago now. So I've been processing this. I thought I was gonna be like, bam, get the results. I'm gonna make this vlog. I am still processing in a way that not many people can understand, because it's not a situation that you can just end up in. Not knowing my father for 25 years, and I'm thinking it's because, you know, my mom genuinely didn't know. Another story time. So to get back into how I found him, after looking at that cousin and seeing the name, etc., you know, I wanted to confirm before I just reached out and I'm like, you know, hey, I'm your daughter. So I reached out to my second cousin first, and I asked her if she was related to my grandmother, and she confirmed that she was. So I reached out to my grandmother, and, you know, she was excited about the situation. I wasn't expecting that. And I asked her if it was okay if I reached out to my biological father and told him, you know, what I discovered, because I'm under the impression that nobody wanted to claim me, that my mom always told me that every man, you know, that was around, they wanted to be with her, and if they couldn't be with her, they didn't want me. So I was just like, okay, and tell me, just out of there with the shits. Just, that's why it has to go into another story time. But what also really helped me too is, if you're looking for family members on Ancestry DNA, if you're looking for something and you can't find it, and you don't even really know your own family like that, I would say start with Facebook. If you have a Facebook, I wouldn't recommend Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, especially not Google, because you can type a name in and like 1,000 names will pop up. And it's the same for Facebook, but if you're already friends with certain family members, it'll show you that one of your family members are friends with these people, so you can just pretty much X them out of the equation. That's not who you're looking for. That side of the family is still your family. Because it was showing me distant cousins in other countries that I am blood related to. So Ancestry DNA, I didn't know how deep it ran. DNA run deep. So after she told me, you know, I can reach out to him, I reached out to him, and what he told me just changed like my whole perception. I wouldn't say of my mother, because she's done some very hurtful things to me in life. She's literally hated, like expressed that she's hated me. And you know, mom and daughters get into it, but she's a different breed. That's pretty much the story time on how I found my biological father with Ancestry DNA, and we do still talk, and hopefully, you know, I plan to meet with him next year. I feel like I don't entirely know how to feel. I'm still processing the whole thing. I don't have any hate in my heart for anybody. I just feel more hurt. I know I'm not gonna get that closure from my mom. She's not gonna sit there and tell me, yeah, well, I just kept it from you because of so-and-so, my own personal reasons. Right now, she's given me like 10 to 15 different excuses and reasons as to why she kept him from me and why she didn't even tell me about him. So I guess I was feeling so hurt by it that I decided to contact a TV show called Speed Wilkos, and they are willing to hear my story. So that is gonna be in the next part of this vlog, because I know a lot of people probably wonder how they can use Ancestry DNA to find out their biological father. So I just wanted to help y'all, you know, if y'all can do it that way. I would say, like I said, start on your second cousins first, start on the first relatives that you see first, and try and max out what relatives are in your family. And once you get to a relative that you don't see in your pre-existing family, then that's when you start investigating. So stay tuned for the next part, because I'm spilling all the tea, for real. So yeah, so make sure y'all keep up with this, because this is gonna be a continuous situation. And if y'all have any questions or any more questions, because I know I left out a lot of stuff, just go ahead and comment below, and stay tuned and subscribe and whatever the fuck the YouTubers say at the end of their videos. So I'll see y'all in the next one.